Sometimes you look at someone and wonder why your heart feels connected, why your soul feels pulled towards them, even when you barely know them. And sometimes you ask yourself, is this just a feeling? Or is there something deeper at work here, something divine? And this is where you must understand. Not every connection in your heart is random. Not every attraction is dunya. Not every emotion is a distraction. Some of them are a sign that Allah has placed something inside you for a reason, something pure, something halal, something waiting for the right moment. And you have to believe that Allah is the one who places love in hearts. Allah is the one who turns hearts as He wills, as the Prophet He said that the hearts of all mankind are between the two fingers of the merciful, like one heart. He turns them in any direction He wills. Sahih Muslim. So if your heart is leaning towards someone in a way that brings you closer to modesty, closer to patience, closer to do, then do not rush to call it dunya. Maybe it's the beginning of a beautiful cadre being written for you in silence while you still struggle through your nights of uncertainty. And you must remember that nothing happened without the will of Allah. If your heart is drawn to someone who already likes you, someone who respects you, someone who is praying for you in silence, then you must believe that Allah may be bringing you together, not for desire, but for destiny. And the proof is everywhere in the Quran. Allah says in Surah Ar-Rum, verse 21, and among His signs is that He created for you spouses from among yourselves so that you may find tranquility in them. And He placed between you affection and mercy. This means that the love that is pure, the bond that is filled with mercy, the connection that calms your soul is not from you, it is from Allah. It is a sign from Him. And when you see that someone already cares for you before you have even said a word, before anything is made official, before any promise is made, and their care is not possessive, it is not selfish, it is just there, sincere, quiet, strong, you must know that this is not coincidence. This is something that Allah may have already started before you ever knew, before you ever imagined. And sometimes Allah hides the one who likes you until you are ready. Sometimes He protects their love from being tainted by your immaturity. Sometimes He grows you so that when the time comes, your hearts can meet not in chaos, but in peace. And that is why you must never be desperate, because what is written for you will not pass you by. And the Prophet let us say, know that what has passed you by was never going to befall you, and what has befallen you was never going to pass you by as Sunan Abi Dawud. And so if Allah is truly bringing someone closer to you, if you are seeing signs of purity, patience, and peace, do not let Shaitan distract you with haste or fear. Instead, return to Allah and ask Him for guidance, because no one can bring two hearts together the right way except the one who created those hearts and knows what they truly hold. And sometimes you feel like the person you want is out of reach, too distant, too good for you, and your mind keeps whispering that you're not enough, that it'll never happen. But this is where you need to remind yourself that it's not your job to make hearts move. It's not your job to force things into existence. Your job is to purify your intention. Your job is to keep making dua and trusting that the one who brought Yusuf Arabic King, Arabic Had, Arabic Khalif, Arabic Scene, Arabic Clam, Arabic Scene, every year cater out of impossibility. And Allah says, Immatil, Surah Al-Qasas, verse 68. And your Lord creates what He wills and chooses. Not for them was the choice, which means it is not you desire the outcome. It is Allah. And if Allah chooses to bring someone closer to you who already likes you, then who can stop it? Who can block what He had written? Who can deny the one you've already been written for? And sometimes that person is already making dia for you in silence. You don't even know it. You don't even see it. But they're asking Allah to bring them closer to you. They're asking for you, not just as a partner, but as a soul companion in Allah. Here's their dia and yours, and in ways that you cannot not calculate. He begins to move the circumstances, the timings, the roads, until one day you both arrive at the same destination. And the Prophet said, nothing is more honorable to Allah than Sun Ibn Majah, which means every quiet hope you whisper and every dua they make on your behalf. Make it. What is pulling your destiny closer and closer until you meet with the one who already liked you? Not because of beauty, not because of wealth, not because of words, but because Allah placed something in their heart for you. And when that happens, you will understand that no story written by the world more powerful than the one written by the creator of the world. So stop rushing, stop doubting, stop letting pain from the past block your hope for the future. If someone likes you with sincerity and respect, and you feel your soul leaning toward them without sin, without obsession, without attachment, then go back to Allah, not to people. Ask him if this is your sign. Ask him if this is your path. Ask him to protect it, if it's pure, and to remove it if it's not, because at the end of the day, it is not about who you want it. It's about who Allah brings closer to you when your heart is clean and your path pure. So stay in the path of taqwa, stay in your dough. Stay patient in your growth, and you will find that sometimes Allah does not just test your love. He honors it, he fulfills it. And he gives it to you in a way that leaves no doubt that it was from him. And now, here are the 5 points. 1, when Allah turns hearts, no one can stop what is meant, you see. The heart is not something we own. We feel like we control who we like, who we're drawn to, who we love, but the truth is, the heart is in the hands of the one who created it. Allah created it. The one who has complete power is the one who controls every movement of every heart. This isn't poetry. The Prophet Muhammad left here in a hadith reported by Muslims. The hearts of the children of Adam are between 2 fingers of the most merciful, and he turns them as he wills. What does that mean for you? It means if you feel something growing between you and someone else, something sincere, something respectful, something clean, that connection may not be a result of chance, but a result of divine direction. Sometimes we spend so much time thinking, what if it doesn't work out? Or what if they choose someone else? Or what if I'm not good enough? And we forget the most important reality. If Allah has written it, it doesn't matter who is against it. It will happen. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how many detours come in between. Because when Allah decides that 2 hearts should move toward each other, they will meet even if the whole world tries to pull them apart. Allah says in Surah Fatir, verse 2, whatever mercy Allah opens to people, none can withhold it, and whatever he withholds, none can release it thereafter. And he is the Almighty, the All-Wise. This is not just about risk or help. This includes love, companionship, relationships, and even marriage. If Allah opens the door, nobody can close it. And you know what else this means? It means you can stop being afraid, stop being anxious. Stop acting out of desperation. You don't have to chase people. You don't have to beg for attention. If someone is meant for you, if Allah has written it, they will come. Allah will turn their heart toward you in the right time, the right way, with the right intention. And not only will they come, they'll come with peace, not confusion. They'll come with respect, not games. They'll come with not pressure. That's how you know it's from Allah, because it calms your soul and protects your dignity, not destroy it. You don't have to worry about losing the right one. Because if they are really the right one, Allah will turn their heart toward you, no matter how far they are, no matter what the circumstances look like. That's why you need to let go of fear and hold on to tawakkul. Put your trust in the one who writes all stories, connects all hearts, and times everything with perfect precision. If someone already likes you, if there is mutual respect, and if there is sincere connection, then don't panic. Just pray, clean your heart, fix your character. Make that Allah either turns your hearts toward each other in a way that pleases him, or turns you away from each other if it's not called. And always remember, when Allah turns hearts, no one can resist it. No ego can block it. No distance can delay it. No human can prevent it. It's already written in the unseen. It's already written in the canvas. It's already being pulled toward you with every sujood you make, with every sincere do you whisper, with every sin you leave behind just to become better. Allah doesn't just write beautiful love stories, he writes divine love. And if you leave it in his hands, you will never be humiliated. You will only be honored. Because when Allah brings someone to your life, he doesn't just turn their heart. He prepares yours to receive it with purity, peace, and purpose. 2, pure love begins with pure intentions. Loving is not just about emotion. It is about intention. And when you understand this, everything changes. Most people chase love for the wrong reason. To feel wanted, to escape loneliness, to fix what is broken inside them. But in Islam, love is not supposed to be an escape from your pain. It's supposed to be a journey toward Allah with someone whose presence makes you more whole, not more needy. It's not about the butterflies. It's about the barak. And that only starts when the intention is pure. The Prophet Muhammad lecture said in the famous hadith, actions are judged by intentions, and everyone will be rewarded according to what they intended. Bukhari and Muslim, that includes relationships. That includes love. If you begin a connection with the intention to impress, manipulate, use, or just fill a temporary emptiness, don't expect that love to last. It might start fast, but it will collapse even faster. But if you begin with the intention to please Allah, to honor the other person, to protect their heart, and to bring them closer to their deen, that love becomes something sacred. Because it's not based on desire, it's based on worship. You have to ask yourself, why do I want this person? Is it because I want them to admire me? Or is it because I want to walk toward Jannah with them? Is it because they make me feel powerful? Or because they remind me to be humble before Allah? Is it because I'm tired of being alone? Or because I believe Allah may have placed something between us that is worth preserving with patience and respect? Pure love doesn't begin when two people stare at each other. It begins when two people look toward Allah together. It begins when your first instinct isn't to flirt, it's to make go of. It begins when you see their character, not just their face. It begins when your priority is not just having them in your life, but having them in your afterlife. That is the difference between lust and love. Between dunya and akhirah. Between a feeds and a bond that is written by the one who never changes. And remember, Allah only blesses what is clean. Allah only strengthens what starts with taqwa. If you want your love to be protected, start it with purity. If you want your bond to grow strong, build it on faith. Even if nothing has happened yet. Even if it's just mutual feelings, you can still set your intention right now. You can still ask Allah to guide it the right way. And if it's meant for you, that intention alone will begin to shape the path. Because when you purify what's inside, Allah takes care of what's outside. He opens doors that were locked. He protects what is precious. He connects two hearts, not with force, but with peace. So don't let shot and twist your desire into desperation. Don't let your feelings become your downfall. Start with a clean heart. Make your intention for the sake of Allah. And watch how that intention transforms your love into something powerful, peaceful, and protected. Because in the end, only pure intentions lead to pure love. And only pure love leads to a connection that lasts beyond this life, into He hears you, that He is in control, that you are never truly helpless as long as you're still praying. And in that space between what you want and what He wills, that's where the magic happens. That's where trust is built. That's where you let go of chasing and start walking in peace. Because when you've made DA, you've done more than enough. You've placed it in the hands of the one who can do anything. 4, Qadr connects souls before words ever do, before you ever saw their face, before you ever exchanged a smile, before your heart ever whispered their name. Allah already wrote it. Ha! That feeling you can't explain, that ease between two souls who haven't even spoken deeply, that sense of calm that comes when you see them. That unspoken recognition that feels like you've known them for 1,000 years. That is not just emotion, that is cattle. We often think connections begin with conversation, with mutual interests, with shared values. But in Islam, we are reminded that some souls are connected not by effort or compatibility, but by divine decree. The Prophet Muhammad said, souls are like recruited soldiers. Those that recognize one another will come together, and those that do not will turn away from each other. Sahih Muslim, that means what you're feeling isn't random. That pull, that peace, that sense of alignment before anything has even been said, that's something deeper than logic. That's the soul responding to what Allah has already written. Qadr is not just fate, it's the precision of Allah's plan. Every delay, every misconnection, every time you saw someone and thought it would work, but it didn't. All of that was part of what shaped the moment you're in now. So when you find someone and the hearts feel closer before the words even start, when the feeling is present even in silence, that's not chemistry, that's not coincidence, that's divine alignment. The Quran tells us in Surah Ar-Rum, verse 21, and among His signs is that He created for you from yourselves mates, that you may find tranquility in them. And he placed between you affection and mercy. Notice how Allah says it's his sign. That means when you feel that tranquility with someone without effort, when the connection feels pure before any promises are made, when the heart finds comfort even in their presence, that's a sign. Not just a feeling, not just a vibe, a sign from the creator of hearts. And here's the part most people miss. Qadr doesn't begin with action. It begins in the unseen. It's written before time. And when the moment is right, Allah unfolds it in ways that no effort, no planning, and no force could have ever achieved on their own. You might meet 1,000 people who seem perfect on paper, but your soul won't respond. Then one day you meet someone and without even speaking deeply, something in you feels home. That's the soul recognizing what Allah has already decreed. But don't misunderstand. Just because it's Qadr doesn't mean you stop praying. Just because it feels right doesn't mean there won't be trials. Qadr doesn't remove effort. It gives your effort meaning. It gives you peace in the wait, strength in the silence, and most importantly, trust in the process. Because if Allah has written something for you, it will find its way to you in the most unexpected, most beautiful, most precise way. Even if your continents are apart, even if time seems to work against you, even if everything looks impossible, Qadr will move mountains to bring souls together. Not when you want, but when Allah decides the moment is best. And when that moment comes, not even the silence will feel awkward because your souls already met before your tongues ever spoke. Just be patient. Don't rush what Allah is still arranging. Trust the silence, honor your values, keep your heart clean. And know this, when it's written, it won't need to be forced because Qadr connects what no words ever could. 5. Allah hides what is precious until the time is time. There's a reason you haven't met them yet. There's a reason your heart still waits. There's a reason the story hasn't unfolded because Allah hides what is precious until the time is time. In this world, we often rush. We want to find what we're looking for. We want love now. We want answers now. We want certainty now. But Allah is not in a hurry. He is wise. And wisdom means that what is beautiful must be protected. What is valuable must be hidden. And what is meant for you will not arrive a second too early or a second too late. It will arrive on time. You don't place a diamond on the street. You don't hand gold to someone who hasn't earned it. And Allah does not reveal the sacred part of your story until you're ready to carry it with honor. Surah Al-Qamar, verse 49. Indeed, all things we created with Qadr, precise measure. Nothing is random. Nothing is by chance. Every delay is a design. Every silence is sacred. And every moment you're forced to wait is a moment Allah is preparing. Not just them, but you too. Because maybe your heart needs to mature. Maybe your soul needs to heal. Maybe your character still needs refining before you can handle the kind of love that is not just romantic, but divinely gifted. You want someone who sees you. Allah wants to give you someone who sees your soul. You want someone who understands your pain. Allah wants to give you someone who was written in your Qadr before you even felt that pain. But before he reveals them, he will hide them. Because what's precious must not be touched until it is time. The prophet said, know that if the entire nation were to gather to benefit you, except with what Allah has already written for you. Termity, that means no matter how much you search, no matter how many signs you try to read, no matter how ready you feel, if Allah has hidden, you will not see it until it is time. And that's not punishment, that's protection. Sometimes he delays because he wants you to find him first. Sometimes he hides the person because you're still learning how to value yourself. Sometimes he holds back the moment so that when it arrives, your heart can say, now I understand why. Think about Merriam Arabic King, Arabic Clam, Arab Clam, Arabic Hip, Arabic Hay, Arabic Cliff, Arabic Leaf, Arabic Olive, Arabic Clam, Arabic Clam, Arabic Scene, Arabic Clam, Arabic Clam. She was hidden away in the mirror, not because she was forgotten, but because she was chosen. Allah placed her in a sacred space so that he could prepare her soul for something extraordinary. And in the same way, Allah is preparing you. He is hiding the connection, the love, the companionship, not to deprive you, So don't mistake delay for denial. Don't confuse silence for absence. When Allah is quiet, He is often working the hardest. Behind the scenes, in hearts you cannot see, in moments not yet born, in stories still being written in the unseen. And when the time is time, it will come together in a way that will leave you speechless. You won't have to force it. You won't have to beg for it. You won't have to chase it. Because when Allah brings you what is precious, it will come wrapped in barakah, wrapped in mercy, wrapped in certainty. And you'll realize it was worth every second of wait, every night of beauty, every silent tear, because what is precious is always protected. And what is written will always arrive when the time is time. So now step back for a moment and look at the journey. Look at the ache you've carried in silence, the nights your pillow soaked in whispers. Only Allah heard the love you hoped was mutual, the person you keep seeing in dreams. The one your heart quietly asked for, and yet nothing, no reply, no progress, no sign. But behind that silence, there is a master plan in motion, a plan not written by your desire, not decided by your emotions, but decreed by the one who created your soul, Allah, Elohim, the all-knowing Al-Hakim. The most wise, He knows who you think about. He knows what you're praying for. He knows the fear that maybe they don't feel the same. He knows the doubt that maybe you're not. He knows your heart because He designed it. And He does not put a love in your chest if He didn't have a reason for it. But here's what you must understand. Now, this is not about chasing people. It's not about waiting on someone to finally notice you. It's not about obsessing over who they follow or begging for signs in every post. No. This is deeper. This is about trusting that if Allah is turning hearts, then no one can block what He commands. If He is softening their heart toward you, then no distance, no silence, no other person can stand in the way. And if He's protecting you from them, then even if you scream for them, they won't come. Because what's not written will never reach you, and what is written will never miss you. This is the core: to walk to love with boundaries, to want with dignity, to wait with purpose, to act without desperation. Because your love story is not a gamble. It is a thread tied to care. And when Allah decides two hearts should meet, they will find one another, even if they're oceans apart, even if they've never spoken, even if the world tries to keep them apart. Because when Allah writes a union, the universe moves to fulfill it. But before the meeting, before the marriage, before the moment where everything aligns, there is you. You must become the one who deserves what you're asking for. You must become the person who attracts divine love, not just romantic love. You must purify your intentions, strengthen your connection with Allah. Let go of neediness and step into power, the power of Dal, the power of Sabor, the power of Tawakkul. Because maybe this delay isn't about them. Maybe it's about you. Maybe Allah is teaching you to rely only on Him. Maybe He's hiding that love, so you fall in love with Him first. Maybe He's showing you that the greatest connection is not heart to heart, but heart to heaven. And when you finally understand that, when your heart stops obsessing over being chosen by someone and starts obsessing over being chosen by Allah, that's when everything changes. That's when He brings them closer. Not because you chased, but because you became whole, not because they finally noticed, but because Allah finally decreed that it was time. So walk with dignity, now speak with honor, pray with power, and love with boundaries, because what Allah has written will never pass you. It's only getting closer, and when it arrives, you'll realize Allah never forgot. He was just saving the best for the moment you were finally ready to receive it.